Before we go, we're going to open up the MK Mailbag to end the show today. You can email me at Megyn, M-E-G-Y-N, at MegynKelly.com. On 2024, Pat in North Carolina writes, I would love to see a Trump-DeSantis ticket. DeSantis as VP would get the feel of DC politics. Trump knows all the bad guys in Washington, and DeSantis would learn. The only uncertainty is Trump's ego. Would he mentor to save our country? On the Murdaugh trial, which we covered quite a bit, Jay writes in, remember how Alex Murdaugh couldn't remember his last conversation with his wife or son? I burst into tears when you stated that a person would surely remember the last words that they shared with a loved one. I know I do. It's been 3 years now. Oh, Jay, I understand. And don't you think that was so telling? Just one of the many reasons he wound up convicted of double murder. On the subject of swearing, I'm doing a very poor job of giving up swearing for Lent. As I did last year, I should have chosen something else. I get it. Hope springs eternal. But Wendy writes in, I gave up swearing several years ago for Lent, too. I dropped 8 F-bombs. I feel ya. This year, dark chocolate. Wendy, that's what I should have done. I already gave up dark chocolate and nuts a couple of months ago. I could have just folded that into my Lenten vow and gotten credit for it. You know why I gave them up? Because I was getting styes in my eyes, and I found out those things actually can cause styes. Can I tell you, I haven't gotten one since I gave up dark chocolate and nuts. It's been amazing. So if you are a stye sufferer, FYI. Elizabeth writes, on career advice, I was laid off from my job at a consulting firm. I've been looking for words of inspo to help me along. I truly resonated with your philosophy to settle for more. Any advice for a woman in her early 20s who's in the middle of starting a career? Elizabeth, try, and get ready to fail, and embrace all the failures, because that's the only way you ever learn. You always do learn more from the failures than from the successes and the victories. And also just spend some time thinking about, like, what am I genuinely good at and what fires me up? You may not be able to have, like, the workspace be your play space, as Harry's buddy says, but what fires you up and what would make you look forward to going into the office all day and, like, you know, spending your time doing this thing? That's a good goal. Spend some time thinking about that and how to channel your best skills toward that goal. And then just keep throwing darts at the board. Don't stop. You know, if you fail, so what? All right, you'll try again. You're in your 20s. This is when you should be doing all your failing. But the secret is, even when you're failing, you're winning. And you're getting stronger, you're getting wiser, you're getting better, and eventually you'll land it. Mud water is a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs. With only a fraction of caffeine as a cup of coffee, you get energy without the jitters or the crash that comes from coffee. Each ingredient was added for a purpose. Cacao and chai for mood. Doesn't cacao always stop you in your tracks? I hate, like, you don't often see it written, but cacao and chai for mood, and just a hint of caffeine, just a hint. Lion's mane to support focus. I should have had that before I read this ad. Cinnamon for antioxidants, and much, much more. Mud is Whole30 approved, 100% USDA organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher certified. Mudwater donates monthly to the Berkeley Center for the Science of Psychedelics, as Mudwater believes the country is in a mental health epidemic and sees psychedelics as useful tools for individuals with depression, PTSD, anxiety, and other mental health problems. We did a great episode on that. You should check it out. Mud is not wrong. Go to mudwater.com/Megyn, and that is spelled MUDWTR.com/MEGYN, okay? MUDWTR.com/Megyn to support the show and use that code MEGYNMUD, for 15% off. MUDWTR.com/Megyn. Use the code MEGYNMUD. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.